Now, the chart I'm about to give you is a little scary because it shows you what happened with this recovery and what's happened over the last 15 years. Now, Bernie Sanders, for example, is running on income inequality, and he says American people feel this great pain. Their wages have been stagnant, and at the same time, in the media, they say, well, what are you talking about? There's been a great recovery. The stock market's back up. Everything's fine. Yes, there was a crash in 2008, but since then, everything's hunky-dory because the stock market continues to rise and all the other economic indicators are healthy. Well, they're both right. It just depends on your perspective. So this chart I'm going to show you of median net worth comparing 1998 to 2013 gives you a wonderful, although sad, look into that phenomenon. So if you look at the top 10% back in 1998, they had a net worth of $646,000. Now, well, 2013, latest numbers they have here, is $1,130,000. So, wow, that's a great change. That's a change of 74.9%. Their net worth went up by 75% in the last 10 years. It turns out the TV guys were right. Everybody that they know in New York and Washington are doing fantastic. Now let's look at the other categories and see if they're doing equally well. The middle class, in that same 15-year period, not only did they not go up at the same rate, they actually went down. They lost 19% of their net worth. So that's money they're not getting back. They lost that money. That's not income, that's your worth. So they lost 19%. They went backwards. Now, let me show you all the brackets. Now, the working class is the second to last bracket. There's the bottom 20, and then what they call the working class is the second 20%, because all those guys, of course, not everyone, but generally speaking, work. They just don't make a lot of money because whether it's minimum wage jobs or blue-collar jobs, et cetera. In that category, what happened in the last 15 years that they've tracked here is devastating. Their salaries, their net worth, used to be $47,400. Now it's down to $22,400. They lost 52.7% of their net worth in a time where TV and all the people that are rich on television and in the press and in the political class keep telling you things are hunky-dory. Why are you guys so angry? I don't understand. That's because you didn't go through what they went through. They lost half their money. Okay, now I'll give you the lower class, meaning the bottom 20%, as they call it here. They lost 26.5% of their net worth. They're down to $6,100 of net worth in that bracket. And then let's look at all families combined now, and that is $102,000 back in 1998 was their net worth. Now it's down to $81,200. So they have lost about 21% of their net worth. So look at that stark contrast. The top 10% doing fantastic. They're up 75%. No wonder they think it's been a wonderful recovery. And they don't understand what you guys are talking about. What income inequality? Things are perfect for them. But for the rest of America, the bottom 90% of us are angry because we lost so much of our money and we never recovered it. And wages are flat. And let alone the unemployment, let alone the 8 million jobs we lost in 2008. Yes, we recovered some of them under Obama, but a lot of them went and never came back, and those families are devastated. So, unfortunately, there are two Americas. The one that the guys on TV talk about, the ones with all the money and wealth, and the one that the rest of us feel. Why do you think that there is such an anger and a populist uprising in both the right in the form of Donald Trump? Yes, I think that is misdirected, but also on the left with Bernie Sanders, who points out these very problems, who says there is income inequality, and it is the decisions of the politicians that led us to that. Now, why did this top 10% recover? Because, for example, a lot of the money went to quantitative easing, which then helps the bankers. Well, the bankers are all in the top 10%, but then it also helps the stock market. Well, the top 10% have so much more of their money tied into the stock market than the bottom 90% do. So when the market goes up, their wealth goes up, but yours doesn't, because yours is tied to your salary. And the number of reasons go on and on and on, but the quantitative easing is a government decision. Lower taxes for the rich is a government decision. Lower services for the poor and the middle class is a government decision. These are all decisions that are affected by the people who bought the politicians. And those are the guys with all the money. They spent some of the money buying the politicians to fix the system on their behalf. And that is why we have the anger in the country. You're not wrong. You're not crazy. You're right. Your situation has been dire and it has not improved. It's just all the people that are in charge and that are in the media are in the group that has not been affected. In fact, they've been affected positively. That's why they keep telling you that everything's fine when you know that it's not fine. I'm going to add one more component to this. We went back a year ago and found the U.S. Census Bureau numbers that also broke down on racial lines to give you a sense of how different groups in America were affected and where they are, their household income now. So, by the way, in an earlier story, we showed you that whites, blacks, and Latinos were all devastated in 2008 on average. A lot of their money was tied up in their houses. With the housing crash, all of those different brackets lost a ton of money. But unfortunately, minorities lost even more money, especially Latinos. They got hit the hardest by the housing crash in terms of their net income. But I wanted to just give you a snapshot of what that household income is for the different races in this country. So that, again, you see different perspectives, why what you're seeing might not be what someone else is seeing. So the average net worth of a black family in America is a shockingly low $7,113. Now, when you go to a Latino family, it's not that much better. It's $8,348. These numbers are, the first time I saw those numbers, I couldn't believe how low they were. Now, how about whites? Their average net worth for the family is $111,146. Okay? So if you are growing up in a black family, you only have $7,000 in net household worth. If you're growing up in a white family, you have over $111,000. That is all the difference in the world. That is the difference between economic opportunity and the ability to move up and economic struggle with almost no opportunity to move up. Some, but very little. See, that's why we have different perspectives in this country, and sometimes that's why it's hard for us to understand one another, whether it's white, black, rich, or middle class. But these numbers tell you the true story of what's happening, and that's what you need to know.